Hey guys, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Julia and I don't do very many tutorials on my channel. And I've talked a few times about why I don't really do a lot of tutorials on my channel. If you're new here, it's because I just don't really like doing tutorials. They're very hard to film, they take a long time to film. This particular one, I've been sitting down filming for about 2 hours. So these are very labor intensive for someone who has a very busy student schedule like I do. And I only really enjoy making them when I feel very excited about the tutorial. And that's what I'm doing today. Today I'm sharing with you guys a Pride makeup tutorial, also sharing with you guys 3 of my favorite rainbow palettes just to show you guys options to create this eye look. June is Pride month and this weekend I'm actually going to be going to the LA Pride Parade. I wouldn't necessarily identify myself as part of the LGBTQ community. This year I am going to Pride to support the people that I love. A lot of people who are very close to me are part of the LGBTQ community and I want to show my support. I love Pride month so much. Last year I was actually in New York during Pride month and that city, oh, it lights up during Pride month. Everything is rainbow. It is so beautiful. I have never been so in love with a city and such a beautiful culture that's so accepting and loving, and oh, it's such a beautiful month. So I really love celebrating Pride with some really nice fun rainbow looks, and this year I was really excited to kind of whip out some of my most colorful palettes and kind of do a tutorial for you guys. This eye look I created using my Sugarpill Pro palette. I know that this is a very expensive palette. Each one of these singles is actually $10. So this is a huge investment piece for me. I did invest in these ones because I really like Sugarpill's quality of shadows and I really enjoy their eyeshadows. So I kind of splurged and bought myself one of the big Pro palettes. But if you're not wanting to spend $120 on a Sugarpill Pro palette, I would also say that another amazing option for rainbow eyeshadows would be the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil eyeshadow palette. I did want to see if I could create the same look that I used today for the Sugarpill ones to kind of do the same one. To do the same look but in more affordable shadows, and I was able to create the same look. It looked amazing with the BH Cosmetics one, so I think these are really amazing as well. If you want a really beautiful affordable rainbow palette and you use a lot of colors, I think you'd really enjoy this one. Another favorite that I forgot to bring down with me right now is actually the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. That one only has 9 shades, so it's a little bit more limited in terms of what you can do with it, but I do think it's a really beautiful rainbow palette as well. So yeah, those are my 3 favorite rainbow palettes. This is the look I'm creating. I will show you guys close-ups, of course. Throughout the tutorial, I will be showing you close-ups and kind of like a step-by-step of each technique. If you're wanting very specific, in-depth techniques and stuff, you can actually watch my eyeshadow techniques video that I posted. That's a separate video. I think that would be really helpful if you're kind of new to eyeshadow. Just a disclaimer though, this is not like a beginner's eye look. It's not the easiest eye look to create. I would say this is more of an intermediate level to advanced level. So I would say if you're kind of new to makeup, this might be a little bit hard for you to follow along with. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and let's get right into it. I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Fix. I use this for every single eyeshadow look I do. I would have tried to talk to you guys while I did this one, but it's liquid liner and I'm really bad at doing that, so I couldn't talk to you guys. But I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in the shade Black, and I'm just kind of drawing it on the outer corner of my eye. This is going to form the outer part of our cut crease. It's really good for getting a really nice defined sharp line. So take your time with this one. You don't need to rush at all. In fact, it's better to take your time. This is one of those eye looks where it's just gonna kind of look crazy until we put the very finishing touch on. So right now I look kind of insane, but it will look better soon. Now we're gonna cut the crease. I'm taking a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape on a flat shader brush. And basically what I'm doing is cutting the crease at the same height that the eyeliner is. So we're kind of just creating a faux cut crease. This is gonna help the kind of blue tones and the green tones stick down onto my eye a little better. And it's just easier to kind of get a feel of where you're gonna place the shadows. So that is what the concealer on the lid looks like. It just kind of creates a nice base for where we're going to put the green and the blues on there. So that's what it should look like right now. Alright, so now we're going to start applying the colors. And as always with more colorful eyeshadow looks, I think it's always better to do more of a packing motion rather than a blending motion. So when you're trying to get as much pigmentation on as you can, you really want to just go in with the pigment, pack it on first, and then just kind of blend it off in very soft motions later. So I will show you guys my technique in a second. I'm going to start off with the blue shade, my Sugarpill palette. Also, I just wanted to note that I am using the same brush for most of the lid shades, and this is going to just kind of help everything blend together a little better. It just gives a little bit of the pigmentation from the previous color into the new color, so it just kind of helps everything blend really seamlessly, and I really like this technique. So yeah, we are just packing on that blue, trying to build as much pigmentation as we can. I'm going to go into the black shade right here and just kind of pack that right where the blue and the black should be meeting, and this is going to help kind of bridge the liner and the shadow together. Alright, so I've just packed on the black, and I want to kind of reestablish a little bit of the blue that we just blended with the black. So I'm going to just pat a little bit more blue on top. Taking the same brush, and mind you, it is still kind of coated in the blue pigment from the previous shade. This is just going to help it to kind of merge with the darker blue shade, but I think it's a really cool trick to kind of get everything to blend really well together. So I'm going to go into this kind of teal shade. I totally forgot what the name is. I will flash all the names of the shadows I'm using on the screen, but I'm just going to dip in here. And then kind of pat that right next to the dark blue shade. This is what it's looking like now with that lighter blue shade, and we're gonna finally finish the little gradient by adding in some green. Same brush, still got some shadow on there. We're gonna go into the green shade here and just pat that right on the inner part of the cut crease. That is what the crease shade should look like. It should look like a nice smooth gradient from green to kind of light blue to dark blue to black. I really like how this fades out. I think it looks really pretty. If you did find that you got a little bit messy on the top, you can always take a little bit of concealer and just kind of go on the top of the cut crease. So we're doing the warm tones. I'm going to start with a red in the inner corner and then kind of fade to orange, yellow, and then a kind of like peachy shade, pink, and then purple. So it's kind of a gradient of the warm tones on top and the gradient of the cool tones on the bottom. I really like how it looks. So first we're going to start with red and just going in on a really, really detailed precision brush. This is actually a nail brush for like nail art, but I actually like to use it on my eyes for doing really precise work. I'm going to take the red shade. I'm actually going to use the mirror in the Brazil palette, but take the red shade. This is the part where you're really gonna want to be precise and very patient. It can take a while to blend these things out. You just really want to be careful, because if you put too much eyeshadow on, it's going to be really hard to fix the problem, but if you go in with very little small amount and then just build it up as you need to, it's going to be a lot easier in the end. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Don't freak out. Alright, so that is what it looks like. As I said, this is kind of an eye... Alright, so that is what it looks like. As I said, this is kind of an eye look where it's gonna look absolutely insane until you just like add on lashes at the end. So don't freak out if it looks kind of weird. It's totally fine. I'm gonna go into the orange shade next. Do the same thing, just kind of doing the gradient. Again, I made a mistake. I always make mistakes, so I'm just gonna kind of try to clean it up with what little concealer is left on my brush. And there, it's perfect. Moving on to the yellow, I actually remember the name of this one. It's called Buttercupcake. The best matte yellow I've ever tried in my whole entire life. If you only get one shadow from Sugarpill, I'd say get this one, or get Tako. Tako's the white one. Both are amazing shades, but Buttercupcake, Tako, prime. Gonna go into this peachy shade down here. Again, don't remember the name. I will put it on the screen. I just realized I've been forgetting to show you guys the close-up, so this is what it should look like right now. As you can see, I've got the red here, kind of fading into the orange, kind of fading into the yellow, and then into the peach. I think it's really pretty so far. I'm just gonna finish off with the pink and the purple, and then we're gonna kind of blend everything together. Going into the hot pink down here, it's a kind of nice switch from the peach to the pink, kind of bridges the warm tones into the more rosy tones. And then finally finishing off with the purple. I'm just going in with a clean blending brush to kind of blend out any harsh edges. This is a trick I shared with you guys in my shadow techniques video. This is what I've got going on. This one's a little bit messier than this eye, obviously because I did this one off camera and then this one on camera for you guys. So they're not completely the same, but honestly it doesn't matter. You're just gonna put on lashes and it's not gonna matter that much anyways. So now I'm gonna peel off the eyeliner so you can see there's a nice sharp wing, and I'm gonna do the lower lash line for you guys. Taking the same brush I used for all the lid shades, I'm gonna go into the light blue right here. You can pretty much use any of the blue shades that you'd want for this part. I'm just popping that right on the bottom inner corner. Going into this teal shade here. The dark blue, the black. I wanna go in very lightly and just kind of smoke out the lower lash line. Totally optional step, but I'm going to take the shade Tako, the white shade, and just kind of brighten up the inner corner. Taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette, and I'm going to go into the shade here called Star. So it's kind of like tealish blue inner corner shade. It's just a kind of teal blue highlight, and I'm going to add that right in the inner corner. I'm also going to add highlighter to my face, and this is a really fun part for me. So I'm going to first dip into the shade Purple Horseshoe and tap that right onto the top of my cheekbone right here. Instead of blending, we're just kind of doing a patting motion. Next, I'm going into the shade Blue Ice right here. Tapping that right above where I just put Purple Horseshoe. And then finally finishing off with Pink Heart right here. And then with Pink Heart, with whatever is left on the brush, I'm just gonna kind of swirl it through. This is gonna blend everything, and then when the light hits your face in the perfect way, you'll see that kind of rainbow on your cheekbones. So I think it's a really fun addition to this look. All right, so I just popped on lashes. For this particular type of look, you're gonna want something that's a little bit more separated so you can actually see the like crease work. So I would recommend picking something a little bit more fluffy and kind of more separated and wispy. The style I'm wearing is called Heartbreaker from Morphe. Obviously, I can't show you them in the actual book because I'm wearing them on my eyes, but you could also go for like any of these ones. This is called Luxurious. This is called Smoochy. You would want to kind of shy away from for this particular look would be like this type of lash, very thick and kind of voluminous, where you can't really see the shadow work on the actual lid. Another great option would be one of my favorite pairs of lashes that's also extremely affordable, probably my favorite pair of drugstore lashes. These are the Eylure Luxe Opulent Lashes, and Eylure actually was kind enough to send me a pair through Octoly for my birthday, so they know that these are my favorite lashes. I talk about them all the time. They're in my Red or Die Favorites video for my drugstore lashes, and I just really enjoy these ones. So if you really want a nice pair of fluffy, kind of wispy lashes that'll kind of show off the eyeshadow on your lid but still be nice and long and kind of like almost like a faux mink effect but still really pretty and separated, go for these ones or any of the ones I just mentioned. For lips, I'm just going to throw on the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in Uncensored. I really like going for kind of a bolder lip with a more bold color, especially since we are doing a Pride themed makeup look. I love wearing like red lipsticks with really nice rainbow eyeshadow. Alright, so I'm gonna go put on an outfit, kind of put my hair down, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so that concludes the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. This is the completed look, and I think I'm actually going to be wearing this to the Pride Parade. So I hope this gave you some ideas if you really just wanted a nice tutorial on a rainbow look. I'm sorry that I don't do tutorials very often, but I wanted to put this one up for you guys today because it is very close to my heart, and I really like this look as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what kind of looks you'd like to see from me in the future. Also make sure you're following me on Instagram so you can see makeup looks like this one. Pretty much posted every single day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you made it to the very end, I love you so much. Happy Pride Month!